Brightspace's Grades tool gives you lots of information about your student's current grade within your course. Today, I want to explain to you some of that information it does give you, as well as show you how to control both what information you see as well as your students. I'm starting here on the Grades tool page. You can find this in your own course by coming to the Grades button in the purple navigation menu at the top of your course. And this will take us to the Enter Grades page of the Grades tool. Here you will see a table with your students in rows with their names along the left-hand side, as well as columns for each graded item within the course. In each cell, you will see 3 bits of information. The first one here is the points grade, so this is 95 out of 100. This participation grade is graded out of 100 points. The next grade is the weights grade, so this particular assignment is worth 10% of the final grade, hence the 9.5 out of 10. And the last bit of information here is the grade scheme symbol. By default, it is the Hunter undergraduate scheme, hence why it is showing an A. If you think that this is showing too much information for you, such as you don't need to see this weights grade for each of these items, you're able to change that for both your view and the students. The way you do that is here from the Grades tool page and clicking on Settings in the top right. This will take you to the display options. There's a few tabs along the top. The first one, Personal Display Options, changes what you see within the course, whereas Org Unit Display Options changes what your students see. So first, to change what I see, under Personal Display Options, I'm going to scroll down to Grade Details, where I don't necessarily need to see the weighted grade for each item. So I'm going to uncheck that and then click Save at the bottom. Next, I don't think my students really need to see the weighted grade either, so I'm going to go to Org Unit Display Options, where I'll see a similar Grade Details and uncheck Weighted Grade. After clicking Save again, we can see it saved successfully, and we can return back to the Grades tool page, where here we see it's updated, and I only see the points value as well as the Hunter grade scheme. If we would like to check what our students see when they click on their grades page, we can do that by finding the student along the left-hand side here from the Enter Grades page, clicking the downward arrow next to their name, and clicking Preview. This will open up in a new window, a preview of that particular student's grade page. So here you will see a table with the graded items and no weight displayed like we had chosen, but they still see the grade scheme symbol as well as their points. And while students will be able to see individual graded items, the final calculated grade by default is hidden, indicated by this I with a cross through it. It is up to you to decide when you want to release your final calculated grade to students. That can be at the beginning of the semester, so students can see a running total as the semester progresses, or you can wait to reveal the final calculated grade at the end. And the way you do this is by coming here to the Enter Grades page and clicking the downward arrow next to the final calculated grade column title. From this menu, click on Enter Grades. And to release all the final grades, making them visible to students, what you want to do is don't scroll down at all, and right next to the title at the top, click the downward arrow and click Release All. Once you confirm by clicking Yes, that will release all the final grades to students. So when you go back to the grades, we can see now it is just an I. And when we preview the student again by clicking the downward arrow next to their name and clicking Preview, we can now see the final calculated grade appears above that table we saw earlier. So a reminder, to change the information that shows in these individual gradebook items, you go to the settings in the top right here and change personal display options for yourself and org display options for your students. And to release the final calculated grade, you click on the downward arrow next to final calculated grade, click Enter Grades, click the downward arrow at the very top, and click Release All.